You're live. Here we go. Yes.
And of course,
What? Can't see the...
no, and
Hey.
I can't see.
Well, we need to get another phone to read the...
Oh,
You got a new phone. Can you go
is
live
that?
on
Can
yours?
I go on that?
Yeah.
No, I'm not hooked up to it.
Hooked up to what?
Oh, look. Oh, okay.
Read the... Oh, you got a new phone. Can you go live on
But I can't, so I'm gonna have to turn it down.
I'm gonna turn... I gotta pull this shirt off.
Okay. So, is anybody on? There's one person on.
Good. Hey, we'll do the show just for you.
For just the
Yeah,
one person.
I'm fine. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can see it on here now.
We're just a little delayed.
Oh my gosh.
Come
Oh,
on,
okay,
coming
so
on.
we can see it now. Well,
Awesome.
this is correct.
So now you can see we can see the comments on our new phone here. Cool.
Okay, so I don't know why I wear these.
So you can see.
I mean, okay, so I cannot see the screen.
Like that screen's blurry to you?
Oh, it's all blurry.
So she's probably a little more than 36 inches from this screen.
So, well, I don't know why I go back farther. Okay, so to read it, I would have to go. Now I can see that.
Now that's 2 foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
So, okay. So.
Now,
Oh,
I feel sorry for you not being able to see.
That is true. So then I put these on, and
You got to get back to see.
but I still can't see. It's weird. And these are new glasses. They're not very old.
Hi, everybody.
A lot of problems. So many problems. So
Gosh.
yeah. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, you too.
I know we've been gone.
We went. Pew.
Did you guys notice? Look, all these right here. Hi guys.
Howdy, y'all. Missed you.
Hi, everybody.
They're back.
We missed you guys too a lot.
Yeah. Man.
There's been so much that's been going on.
What are you doing?
I guess set it up. Can you see that?
Yeah. So we're a little delayed in our comments here to be able to see you guys. We thought it would be good to come on and, over the years, we do have one every day, a video every day. And I had gotten some texts from several people that said, what's going on? Where are you guys at? What's happening? And as you guys know, this is just life for us. This is how we live. We live and eat and breathe this company. And we had some things that we had to do and plan and go. And it's just hard to do a bunch of videos and bank them and play them later.
Well, and two, so I had some tragedy that happened.
Horrible.
Yeah, and I didn't post about it or anything like that. Usually I put a lot of stuff on my Facebook. I get in moods, and I think everybody does that. You get in moods. Sometimes I'll post everything on my personal Facebook because I have a lot of people that I add on my Facebook. People will say, how come you just add everybody? Well, why not? I mean, I don't see the harm in that. If nobody's bothering you, if you're not being harassed or anything, what's the problem? I don't know. I just kind of don't see it, which I'm pretty gullible about a lot of things. But anyway, so Thursday, what day did you leave? You left on a Friday.
Friday,
which was
morning.
Okay, so not this past Thursday, but the last Thursday. Randy left on Friday morning.
Yeah.
And so that afternoon, that Thursday, we had to go to Knoxville. Me, you, and Amber. We had to go to Knoxville. We had some business that we had to do there. And I had got back. We were about to do a video on whatever day that was, whatever Thursday was. And not this past Thursday.
And it was in the evening. It was getting late.
It was in the evening. So we drove to Knoxville. You was already back because I had to go to the doctor and stuff. So you and Amber rode up there. And then I had a doctor's appointment. Then I came back and I got here at 5 o'clock. There were some men that you were going to introduce me to, remember?
Yep.
There were some men that was here.
Yep. Couple guys from the neighboring
you can
county.
Talk about that sometime.
That's right.
And you were going to introduce them to me. Well, you didn't get a chance to because I had gotten a phone call from my house, which was very tragic. Said that my one dog, Phil, which a lot of people seen on my personal Facebook, attacked George, my other dog. And the girl that called, that she she's part of my household and stuff, to stand there and whatnot. She called just screaming and said, Phil is killing George. I instantly called my youngest son, who had already made it home to his apartment, and I said, Seth, go get George, meet me at the emergency hospital. I just knew it was over. I was very upset.
Yeah.
I was super upset. It was like I had to instantly leave. I just peeled out of here. I don't know how fast I went, but I know I was breaking the law. Was running out of gas. I had to stop and get gas. It was just super tragic. Got to the emergency hospital. My dog had his jugular cut through. There's 2 jugulars. I learned all this. So there's 2 jugulars right here. My one dog cut through this one. It coiled up, went down to his chest. It's gone. He was bleeding and bleeding out. Tore his whole neck. It was like hamburger. They didn't know if he was going to live. It was horrible. I mean, they had to do surgery. They cut him open. They repaired his neck muscles. She said, whatever dog did this, aimed to kill, you know. So it was a big ordeal. I mean, I know how you guys are. I know how
You're in the hospital all night.
I was at the hospital hospital really, really late, and they called me at midnight. They sent me home. I didn't know if George was going to live or die. I did not get to see George going in. My son was already beat me there, and they went ahead and took him back, so I didn't get to see him before that or anything. And it was horrific. I mean, the people that was at my house that witnessed it, they said it was the most horrific fight they'd ever seen. They couldn't get Phil off of him. It was awful.
God.
It was just terrible. And they just knew he was dead. And thank God, let me just do a shout out to my neighbor, Mill, and her son, Dylan. They saved George's life because Dylan ripped off his shirt and tied it up. George was bleeding out so bad, and he tied it up. Seth got there. They said Seth got there within 5 minutes. And Seth lives every bit of 10, 15 minutes away. And he got there, and they saved his life. So anyway, the surgeon didn't know if he would have to go to UT. It was just a big ordeal. And she saved his life. So she called me at midnight. I just knew he was dead. I just figured they hadn't called. They hadn't updated me or anything. I was like, well, they don't know how to tell me. They don't know how to tell me he's dead. He's dead. And they called me at midnight and said he made it. I'm gonna cry again.
Oh.
It was just a lot. Yeah. So, but he made it. He's good. I want to cry. But everybody here has a dog, you know.
Yep.
So,
Aw.
well, you go ahead and say something. I'll read some comments.
Aw.
So, but then here's what was even worse. I did go on a trip. So then I went on a trip that had been planned for a long time, and I didn't want to go. I was like, I had all this going on. George had his throat ripped out. Here I had this trip planned with my daughter, with my cousins, to go to Vegas. Had left Wednesday. Didn't have to go, but we're talking, we had this planned. And George was in good hands. My neighbor Mill, she came over and she took care of him. So did some other friends and stuff that was there. So there was a lot of people that was taking care of him and gave him his medicine and kept up with him and stuff like that. I did not want to go. I was just not in a happy mood to go.
Yeah.
You're just not in a happy mood. There was just a lot going on. So
Yeah.
but anyway, I went, got back last night.
I hated. I had to leave.
You had to leave. There was
I couldn't help you with nothing.
No, it was horrible. It was it was the worst time. You had booked your trip a year in advance, and it was something that just couldn't be missed. It was the worst time to go. It was the worst time to go.
And then Tim, our sales guy, left, and then there was Dave and Twyla was gone.
Dave and Twyla was gone. They left.
And there was nobody manning the ship this weekend.
Oh my God, it was awful. Well, Amber was in charge of everything. Tom was here. Tom was back. But it was just a terrible time to go. It's never a good time to go, but especially with all this stuff going on, it was just a lot. I felt heavy, and I'm glad I went on the trip. Thank you to my daughter and to my cousins. We did have a good time, but man, my mind was preoccupied.
Yeah,
it was preoccupied. So anyway, glad to be home. It is always good to come back home to Tennessee, and you know the people that live here now. Have I got my microphone? Can you guys hear me good? Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody loves their puppies. I'm telling you. Yeah, good grief. But he's all sewed up and he's good. He's doing a lot better and taking his medicine. And on top of that, I have another dog that's dying. I'm not going to cry again. I'm going to just move past that really quick. And I'm probably going to have to put her down this week. So.
We've had her for a long time.
I know. So.
Aww.
I know. I'm going to cry again.
I'm sorry. God, we've had a rough week. So, hey, and I cut my hair, okay?
And that's a tragedy.
I cut my own hair. See, I tried to put a permanent.
Good.
I tried to put I was going to call it a hem.
You've hemmed your hair.
I hemmed my hair.
You've hemmed your hair.
I tried to do it last time. But anyway, you know what? I don't have time to go to a barber.
Yeah.
I don't like taking the time to go to a barber. So I've learned this. I cut it, and you know what I do? I take water and I spike my hair up.
Yeah.
And I take scissors and I go clip, 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 clip. And I just clip it around, and I'm just. I don't know what it looks like from behind me. So anyway, yeah. Don't say.
No, it's fine.
But anyway, if anybody's want to know why your hair looks so stupid, well, that's because I cut my own hair. It doesn't matter.
It don't look stupid. Why would you say it looks
I
stupid?
cut it myself. I'm sure.
Well, I know, but what part don't you like about it?
It's all the same here, and you should get a little bit tighter and then kind of get longer. And I don't know. Anyway, I cut my own hair, and so I'm not about personal stuff. I was thinking about the other night. Well, I was thinking about it the other night. I was thinking.
When?
Well, all right, we've been doing this for what, 6-7 years?
Long time.
And you know, I have shared a lot of personal stories on here.
Oh no, what's he about to say?
And I, when situations would arise, do you guys remember years ago?
Let me go get a cup of water.
Okay.
Is that all right?
A few years ago, we were going to do our jamboree. We just got here. We just got here to, I think, the Newport property. And we're going to do a jamboree. And no, I'm sorry. We were still over at Inca. And we were going to do a jamboree. And there was a jamboree that was in Colorado, Springs, Colorado. And then they were going to go to Texas. They were going to move into Texas. And it was called Tiny Home Jamboree. Well, we were calling ours a jamboree. And really didn't think nothing of it. We weren't incorporated, none of that stuff. We're just putting on a jamboree. And they had sent us a letter from their attorney threatening us to change the name.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, said, hey, you don't use the word jamboree in your description of your festival you're going to have.
I'd forgotten that.
And I remember bringing that to you guys, and I shared, that was a personal thing. It wasn't positive, but I brought that to you all. I've shared with personal things that I've dealt with in my life as a kid. And things that I've struggled with and have overcome. And I think I've shared personal things. And when I get done, I've even sang songs on here. I get a whim, and I'm like, I wanted this. I know I get a feeling, right? Everything I do is really from emotions and passion, and I'll sing the song, and I know, people roll their eyes. I don't claim to be a singer. I just like it. And I was like, I don't know. I felt the words come out. I want to do it.
Well, that's okay.
So when I get done sharing something personal, I always feel weird inside because I know not everybody out there is going to cuddle me like my mom would. All right. Well, mom didn't cuddle me.
I was going to say your mom never cuddled
but
you.
Nobody's going to be like, oh, Randy, thank you. It's all awesome. And if you start thinking about the people saying, my God, look at that dumb da-da-da-da-da,
well, now,
and then
listen,
you just shut down, right?
Everybody's always talked good about you, about all that stuff. Everybody's really nice to you about
I know, but in your head,
Yes.
we all got stuff we've been through all our life. And I think majority of us fight with self-confidence. All of us, we fight with self-identity and being positive about who we are in this world and our place and what we look like.
I understand.
If we're good looking enough or tall enough, and whatever it is, we fight with all that stuff. And when we start thinking about people's opinions of us, it holds us back. It's that fear of being rejected or being made fun of. And
everybody wants to be accepted.
Yeah. And so when I do these shows, believe it, I don't go and look. I mean, I'm reading some of your comments now, but I never go back and read them because for me, in my mind, I thank you all so much for being so kind. It is 99.999%
It is.
of the people are beautiful, and can't thank you enough. But I just don't like how it makes me feel. I perform like every day when I get to work. I live. My daily is a performance. How I live. I think we all perform. But when I'm done with the show, I don't like to go back and look at what I look like, what I sounded like. Nothing.
You don't ever go back and watch the videos, do you?
I don't.
I do. Well, I have to.
Well, you're beautiful and you sound great and everything's perfect with you. I'm pretty hard on myself. And I don't like doing
Well,
that.
I don't agree with what you said, but I know what you're saying. Everybody struggles.
Yeah, so
Everybody struggles.
I'm good and I love sharing. This is the thing, guys, is I remember an attorney told me one time, he said, you know what, our contracts that we sold homes for, they were just, one page done. I wanted a handshake with every home I ever sold. I wanted just a handshake. I said, I'm not doing these 15 long pages of contracts. Now we do. We have, I don't know what it is, 3 to 5 pages. And I never wanted that. I just wanted a handshake and go. And of course, I knew that probably wasn't going to make it, but it's how honest I wanted to be. It's just how open I wanted to be. And then I have found that no matter how open I am or how honest I try to be, people will say you lied. People will say I didn't come through or I didn't do what I was supposed to do and all these things. And that's why I always say right there, I live at 850 Industrial Road, and I got an apartment right here, and we can have a mediator between us if there's something you think you need it. But if you want to talk to me, I am here. You can call this office, you can set an appointment, and I'll be glad to meet with anybody that's got a gripe against me. A gripe against my company, the homes we built, the products we've done, or anything you've done. I would just like that interaction with somebody eye to eye, and we'll be able to do this, And with that, we've had people here, and it didn't turn out well, and but I'm willing to sit down and try to make this thing work. If there's anybody, and I know I'm only addressing 3 people in the entire world, and I know if there's anything there, and I don't want to get on that. So what I'm trying to get at is running a company is going to have these issues, and I'm totally good with it. I'm good with the challenges of trying to meet everybody's expectations. I'm good with, hey, I made a mistake. Whatever is said, I'm good. Let's just try to work it out. I think how I see life, guys, is that I'm good with where I'm at. I've got friends. I got Amanda's house. I can take my little tiny box and go over there and live in the backyard, and I'm good. I've got shelter. And my mind and how I live for life and what I do for life is pretty basic, And I told one guy, I said, I lived 3 or 4 years in the office here, making this company go. So my expectations, I guess, all the work that I've done has made me very resilient, and I think for that. And it took 63 years to get there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I have a real peacefulness about who I am, where I'm going, the company and what we've done here. And what I like about this company is that there's so much more to get good at. There's so much more to be better at. There's so much, the homes can be better. My relationship with my men here, not my men, but the guys that work here, they work with us. And I've always said that. And that's a challenge for me to get to know these better, to us to create more revenue, to help these guys and to help our lives and to leave a legacy maybe one day, to get the communities done on the mountain and all this stuff. So there's a lot going on, and I feel so blessed that I've been able to have this opportunity to do this. We started in Amanda's backyard. Everybody knows this, 8-9 years ago. And for the first 3 to 4 years, it was just hit and miss and hard to do. It hasn't been like to the mountain. It has been hard. And only the last, 4 years? Has been somewhat
that it's finally
as a trajectory. But even during that, it has been hard to do.
It's finally caught on, but then it brought on other problems or other challenges and stuff, and more involved in it. So,
and that's part of business.
And that's a part of business. That's part. It's the way it is and stuff. It's not that, and we're not complaining about it.
No.
But it's just there's just a lot to it.
Yeah,
a lot to it. You just wouldn't realize.
Yeah. So back to my whole reason of bringing up videos about personal things is that, guys, I've learned that the way we are as people, and I watch other videos from other people that I watch on YouTube, and man, I just want to be positive. I just want to be happy. I want you all to be happy. I want you to watch this stuff and have fun. I tell you what, I have more fun laughing with this lady than I do crying with her. All right? And I'd rather much laugh and have fun, because when you get older like me, and Amanda's 10 years younger, but when you start getting older like me, man, every day means so much to me. And I'm so grateful to be able to have this situation that I'm in, to have people and friends, passion, a goal, all this energy around me. I feel very fortunate to have that. And the negatives just are almost completely gone.
They are. And
it's just, I just don't care.
Well, and the team that we have now, it took a long time to build this team, and there is some really good people here now. We've got people, like Randy said, that it's been delegated responsibilities to, and there's things that Randy and I have really started trying to hone in just on the marketing and to try to keep business going. Our job is to bring in business, to make sure that there's contracts, to make sure that there is work for everybody to do. We don't micromanage every little tiny thing anymore. We have other people that are highly capable and that do that stuff, and you have to. I mean, because we're to a point of,
and those people are things are going to happen. I don't know if I just read on here or not about a delay. I don't even know what it was. Something about a delay. Yeah, is there delays? You know what? There used to be horrible. We did the grow. We got set back. And we were honest with them. We say, yeah, this is what's happened. I don't know what else to tell you, but we're done and we're managed it.
Oh my gosh, things are so much better now. Ooh, that used to be the heaviest thing on us was our build schedule. Now it went from to now it's down to really.
Yeah, all of our builds are within 3 to 4 months right now. Everything. If we didn't sell a home today, we'd be done building in 3 months.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have any more homes to build.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. And before we were a year out, even more out. And it was hard. It was hard on me. It's a lot of pressure on me to I don't want this. I don't want you guys to have your homes. But I feel so much better about having Lucas. I mean, I'm not going to name them because I don't want to leave anybody out.
Know.
But we got a great team here that has really dedicated to coming on. And we've dedicated to these guys to really help them too,
right. Mm-hmm.
But what I want to get at is the videos. Yes. And I want to do nothing but encourage you guys. You're always going to see somebody be disappointed in something, right? And we are doing our best to constantly better ourselves in communications.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. If I could tell you guys, I wake up every morning knowing I'm going to fail that day. And I come back, when I get back in my bed, I have probably failed more than I have accomplished. And that's just my life. That's who I am. I take chances. I just try to get things done in an efficient manner. There's a lot of things I've got to shoot from the hip, and we've got to go, and I've got guys knocking on the door. Hey, Randy, can we put the water heater and change the water? The light fixture and the window. And we got a size. We got an issue. We got this.
Yeah.
And I have to work those things through. The website, my brother's doing it. Thank God I have him.
Yeah, and Sam's on here too.
To say my brother does his best. He does what I want him to do on there. And we're coming out with the Woody, not the Woody, but the wood RJO again. Just the RJO, a straight shot. We're trying to give them to the Amish. So there's going to be things that are missing maybe on the website. I didn't give them the full amenity list, or there's something going to be going on here. And we worked through that. And I always remember when we started this.
Yeah.
So many people rode with us the whole way.
Yeah.
And they said, they would help us out. Randy, hey, I know you're doing your best, but you missed out the one amenity. There's a plug over here. That's right. There is a plug for the TV. Or somebody would say, hey, it's a right door, not a left-hand door. And people were interactive with us instead of critical.
Yeah.
And if you're critical, that's fine too. But it felt like we had a team. The whole world. I'm very naive. All right. I just think everybody wants to help us and be a part of what we're doing and happy. And we're making a mistake. And listen, if we do it, it is never intentional. It's not we're trying to do anything for more money or more anything.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, if you guys got anything, come over here and talk to us. Come talk to me and meet with me. But besides that, when I was a kid, and my brother's on here, but when I was a kid, my dad raised me, all right, to not trust anybody in this world.
That is true.
He raised me not to trust him, don't believe him. Everybody's out to get you, push you, take you, and beat you, and you better fend for yourself. He said, you steal what you ain't got. If you can't buy it, steal it. He said, take it and put it in your pocket and run out the door. He told me to go steal. He told me to take care of myself no matter what, and hell with anybody else. That's the way he was told. He told me. But at the same time, they sent me to church, all right? And that's just the opposite when I went to church. And I love my dad and my mom dearly. They didn't make a mistake in how they did me. There's nothing there. But you know, I was at a young kid. I'm talking 4 or 5 years old. I was able to look and say, you know what? My dad, I know why. I'm talking that young. I looked at him and I said, I know why my dad's like that. He was raised in a depression. He was raised barefoot in Kentucky. He was raised in coal mines, or his dad used a mule for coal mines. They were poor. And he stole anything he could to just to survive. And then I go to church over there and they said, you don't steal, you don't this, you love people, you take care of your family, you take care of yourself, you know, your goodness life. And I knew the church was the right way to go, but I loved my father and I knew my dad was wrong, but I honored him and I never said nothing to him. I never said nothing to him because I knew where he was coming from. So you knew the intention. Yeah, my whole thing about life was to prove to my dad that I can be out in the world and not become bitter because people are going to be mean to me. Yeah. People are going to lie about me. People are going to cheat about me. People are going to say things that aren't true. People are going to take things that I've done or not done and twist them and manipulate them and make them all this stuff. And that's the hardest thing that we all deal with, right? Mm-hmm. And my lot in life was to prove that even though that happens, it's not going to give me a bitter heart. My whole thing was I was wanting to show my father in the world that, you know what, I can be in this world, in the heart of it, the beating of it, the ugly part of this world, and I can come out smiling, and I can come out in a goodness in my heart, and I won't have a negative tone towards humanity that my dad had because of the depression and the hard life that he had had. And so my lot in life, I wanted to be happy, and I wanted everybody, even though I'm not naive, I know people are going to do all these things, but I chose not to think about those things, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry I'm going on about this.
No, you're fine.
But it's real important for you all to know our intention, my intention, of where I want this business and our personal life and what we do and how simple we really are and how I am not a Wall Street banker. I'm not even a Newport banker. All right. I don't know dividends and paybacks and all this stuff that's going on. I have no idea about all that. All I know is that if I get up every day and I work and I bust it hard and I got a product and I know that I can build that product good and solid and I sell it for a comparable price, that I'm going to make some money. And then if I can keep doing that and watch my P's and Q's, not overspend and not be flamboyant in my personal life and put my money back where it belongs, that we could possibly be with grace, which means unmerited favor. I don't know why I've been hit by a truck yet. But with a little bit of luck, which that would be, you might come out the other side okay. You know, and that's kind of how I see every day of my life. There's a lot of personal things that I would like to share with you all, but it's not appropriate to share to give you more of an aspect of what we deal with here. But I'm choosing to bring you all positive. I want to bring you all, I know that if I was watching this show, I'd want to laugh, I would want to learn, and I'd want to, learn more about these people that are sitting here a little bit and have fun and know what's going on. And I mean, you know, all you guys watching this, you're not buying homes from us. You're watching because, you know, you want to hear two crazy people talk about a business they started in their backyard.
And some are, absolutely.
And, yes, and that's why we're on marketing. We're trying to, hey, guys, we're good people. We want you to buy a home from us. We got great product. Go to our website, and we describe pins and points about who we are and our men. Love to turn this camera around because I'm looking at the guys working.
Yeah, you can probably hear them working.
And so, all right. With all that said,
yeah.
I wanted to tell you that this is hard for me to say because I went out of the country for treatment for stem cell. And the reason it's hard for me to say is because it was expensive. And for me to say I spent money on doing this, I'm building people's homes. I'm doing this 8 or 9 years. I can justify it was $20,000 I had to spend.
But you can do what you want with your money.
Yes.
So I mean,
I saved my money up.
Well, this is okay. This is like anybody. It's people prioritize things in their life.
Yeah.
If cars are your thing, get a car. If your house, whatever it is. But what is more important than your health? Okay.
So
Randy has always been very mindful. People may, be like, oh my gosh, I would never do that. Well, if you know Randy, if you know him personally, Randy has over the years had a lot of pain in his knees, his shoulder, his back, things like that. He's worked very hard his whole life and done a lot of damage to his body, along with the way he came out. His mom had rheumatoid,
Arthritis.
She had arthritis, and he also had scoliosis. So Randy come out of the chute already with the odds stacked against you.
Yeah.
So what would you do, if you had the opportunity or the availability to do that? You prioritize your life. Randy's always ate different, always tried to eat either vegan or eat shakes and exercise and try to incorporate that stuff in your life. Your mom was like that. Dorothy was to a point, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But she always tried new stuff and always wanted to try to improve and things like that. Randy's the same way and takes it in a higher level. And you have found this company that you talked about that you went to last year in Colombia, the country, and to get stem cells. And he got that last April around your birthday.
Year and a half ago.
And that's the trip that was booked a year in advance that he's just come back. You came back, what, Saturday?
Yeah.
So Randy came back Saturday and I came back Sunday. So, but it's, if Randy doesn't keep going, then what are your options? You know what I'm saying?
I know.
You hurt, a knee replacement. Randy doesn't want surgery. He wants to avoid that at all costs. So I personally don't see anything wrong with it. There are people I've talked to, if they could do it, they would do it as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people do.
Well, so I'm just conscious of your money, guys. I'm conscious of the money that we bring in and what we spend. I always am. Very conscious.
But everybody has the right in
Yeah.
their life to spend their money on whatever they want, and you're included in that. I know you feel bad about that and stuff like that, but you shouldn't feel guilty for something that you're doing for yourself. You don't have to justify anything to anyone. You earn your money. I earn my money. They earn their money. Everybody earns their own money. So, but
Good. When you go without for so long. Mm-hmm. I mean, we went out, Amanda. We have went out vehicles and without money, we have, and other people do too. I feel so grateful.
They understand. I know they do. I read their comments and stuff. I read people's comments and I have over the years and stuff. They're no different from us. They're no different. I
just told you guys, we're not sitting on this company like we're big CEOs and we got a yacht out here, even if we did. But we're not. Our minds are just simple.
I'm not getting on a yacht. I can't swim.
Anyway, I had the chance to go to BioAccelerator out of Medellin, Colombia.
Did you will you show the bag? This is actually the logo of this company. If anybody else is interested in something like that, I mean, of course,
it's probably backwards when you guys see it.
He's not doing any kind of, he doesn't get paid for anything.
No.
Or not. This is
BioAccelerator.
Just showing, they've just helped him, is all.
Yeah, and people were, when I went a year and a half ago, people were like, you're going to go to a third world country, you're going to get all this done, everything. Listen, it was absolutely the most cleanest, perfect, beautiful, everything stunning, detailed, perfect. Everything was incredible. But I couldn't walk a year and a half ago. If you said right now, Randy, get the door, I'd have to think about trying to get out of this chair to get to the door. And after that stem cell a year and a half ago, I lost probably 50% of my pain.
Mm-hmm. And you all didn't see it on camera. Randy
Yeah.
hit all of it. I mean, we're talking getting around. There's certain little things. I would see it because I've known him for so long and everything. I would see how he would baby that certain knee and stuff like that and things like that and the getting up. So his yoga and doing his stretches and all that stuff would limber him up to be able to get on to, walk or perform or whatever.
Right.
Walking the mountain and staying active and exercising and building, doing your weights and stuff like that. You have to do that stuff. If you didn't do that stuff, you wouldn't be able to get out of the bed in the morning.
It'd be hard to do. And I've learned, I asked the doc when I was down there in Colombia, I said, Doc, working is supposed to be good for your joints. You're moving them. He goes, you're exactly right. It is good for you. And you don't stop working. He said, but you did it to an excess. And he said, you destroyed your body. And I know a lot of people have worked hard in their life. And I don't say I work harder than anybody else, but I have built many homes completely by myself. Like physically, everything. From every board, every 2x4, every shingle, all by myself. I've logged logs and carried them and built hundreds of log cabins on my shoulder. And it was the worst thing I should have done because my back is super curved. It's been curved since birth. I didn't even think about it. I didn't know nothing about it. My folks didn't know anything about that stuff. We just lived. And it has really hurt. It has put a hurting on me. So the stem cell has actually given me more life now. I can walk the mountain up there. I can exercise. I can actually come up and down a hill. And it was getting hard on me because I wanted to walk all this land and find the lots and the roads and mark them like I do. And if I went up a hill, I couldn't come down. I had to slide on my butt. My knees were just absolutely awful. And in my left shoulder, right here, my left shoulder went out. We built the Hobbit house.
Yes.
It was the first Hobbit house we built, and I stuccoed the entire inside by myself. And we had over 10 million screws, and I had all it was wire lab inside. The shower, the interior walls, the ceiling, everything was stucco inside. I wanted to look like a cave. And I did it, and I had like 4 coats of stuccoing this all over. This shoulder has never stopped hurting 9 years ago. It went out, it started hurting then, and it never stopped. And my right one hurt for about 5 years, and it finally quit. Somehow I worked it out. I don't know what happened. But now this left one is better. Before I went, I could only go to here. Now I'm here because the stem cells has still got a little bit of, it's not there, but I'm under physical therapy doing some stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, I'm so grateful to be able to go and get those done.
Well, I just wanted to show you living tiny with Cece. I'm living on steroids daily just to walk. I get it, Randy. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That statement right there, I don't know if it's a man or woman. I'm assuming it's a lady. But with her saying that, think about that without steroids, without having to take medication or, these injections and stuff, can't walk. What price would she pay?
Oh.
She would give anything to be able to pay for that. You'd put that priority to walk. Think about that. You can't walk without pain, and that's what you do now.
Yeah.
To walk without pain, that is unbelievable.
I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. If you lay down and you just want to sit up, I couldn't do it. There's no way.
People wouldn't think this of you because of how you are and how active you are and stuff. But that's the things that, you don't always know what a person is going through.
Well, when I was there, I just got back and I did a physical therapy session, and they give me, stuff to do when I get home. And they looked at me. I'd take my shirt off, and they looked at me in when I was moving, and I'm totally lopsided. My left shoulder has been out so long that I'm so weak on my left side than on my right side, and I'm overcompensating. And now I'm leaning this way and tweaking this way, and my legs don't walk straight because the pain that I've had has caused other muscles to be stronger on this side of my leg. And so, oh my gosh, I'm like, you wouldn't believe. So one injury compounds into more and more that's going on in your life.
Well, this one, Pamela says, I have to take meds to live in pain. you have to do whatever you have to do. Robin Bolser, who lives here, I live in pain with my knees every day. It's not fun.
It's horrible,
and
man.
it's just unbelievable what people go
Yeah.
through. There's not a person. I mean, I'm 53, Randy's 63, and most of our crowd understands this. Don't we know all kinds of people with knees? Knees is what we hear all the time. We're talking injuries. It could be just falling in the yard, or it could just be normal wear and tear, or it could have been an injury from playing basketball or football or whatever you've done. Shoulder injuries, arthritis.
Yeah.
People are riddled with arthritis and inflammation. It's just unbelievable.
Well, you know what? Now the business is, I've got almost everybody.
Clovita? Hey,
almost
Clovita.
everybody in here is 10 to 30 years younger than me.
Yes.
That work here, and I'm so fortunate because these guys. We built a passion and a drive, and I delegate. I trust people. Just like I said earlier in the video about my childhood rearing up, I want to trust people, and I want to be able to give and say, you know what, guys, we've trained you. Let's go on. Let's collaborate back and forth.
Hey, look at this real quick. Elias Astrology. I get cold laser therapy every week.
There you go.
What's cold laser therapy?
I don't know what cold laser is.
Cold laser therapy.
I do cold showers. I'm going to do cold baths.
And two, I just want to say, somebody mentioned something about business talk, not personal talk. We're going to get to business talk, but this is a part. If you follow this channel, we dump it all together. We do personal, we do business, we do everything. Just so you know that. So
you know what? I'm not going to talk any business. How's that?
Oh, well, we're not going to talk about business today.
I mean,
but anyway, this is such a...
This is business.
This
to me.
is business to us because it is a personal...
It's who's building your house.
And it's a personal connection.
Yeah.
We've always tried to be personal with everybody. I mean, there's so many names on here that I know everybody, that I've seen people's names for years. There's new people, a lot of new people too, but we've seen for years that we used to see at the jams and stuff, and everybody has the same issues or know somebody with the same issues. I want to do a shout out to this Maria King. Maria, I'm telling you what, it is everywhere. She has depression.
Yeah.
And she said watching these videos really helps her. That's right. That's just wonderful. But depression and mental illness, oh my gosh, it is everywhere. People are suffering from it. People we know are suffering from it terribly.
Yep.
And we have things in our minds that we want to do to help with some of this stuff.
Yes, we do. Yep.
So not only do we want to work on affordable housing, but we've got to get some help for our employees, for our people, for our friends, our family, that with this depression and mental illness, because we are both affected by that in our families and stuff. Both of us, devastatingly affected by it. And people just, it's like, listen, we got to pay attention to this stuff. It ain't all just, everything just great and wonderful. It's just not. There is real issues out there. Our community, I have not got to respond to anybody because I didn't talk to anybody over the weekend, but we lost a resident in the Grove, and these people are very close over there, and they lost this new friend that they've had for since moving in at the Grove. We are so sad to hear about that.
Yeah.
They are devastated by it and things like that. And it's going to happen here. And anything that we can do to share our experiences and the people who live here, that's what this whole place is about. This is what we're wanting to do all over the country, if not all over the world.
Right.
Is that we want to build communities, build homes to put in these communities, make it affordable where people can live here, can work part-time if they want to, have options in their life to actually not work themselves to death like my poor mom did. She worked herself to death, and can be somewhere where you're supported by like-minded people. You're going to have these bonds, these relationships that people are creating with each other. These are active communities: the forest, the beach, the grove, the prairie. It's going to be the mountain, the Buffalo Creek that's going on, and health is a part of it. Not just building your homes, but it's all together. It's community living, and we really, really believe in that. And I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding.
Well, and that's why I said I've always shared personal stuff before, and it's just the way we do our show. And I don't want to come on here and just be all business or all personal either.
Yeah.
But I think it's about being real, and that's just how we chose to do this. Our plan doesn't fit everybody, so hopefully you guys like what we build.
Yeah.
You can go to our website, incredibletinyhomes.com. You can see what we build. And to get to the, she touched on our communities, and we have put a stop at Buffalo Creek. We've got certain many lots. We're not selling any more land on the mountain. It's all done. There are some things about the mountain that we have learned. Let me tell you, these are just facts. So to create the mountain, it would take, Newport Utility does not have enough electricity to run power to the mountain. Mm-hmm. We'd have to stretch new cables from 3 miles up the road to bring new electricity to the mountain. So that's a challenge for us to do what we wanted to finish the mountain. Also sewer. It's possible, but it's going to take over $4 million of sewer line to redo sewer for over 22,000 lineal feet and increase the size of one substation. Is a lot to it. So we're reevaluating how we're going to do the mountain. It's something we don't have the money to do and to do that. But we are putting everything on hold. We're looking into alternatives and how we want to feature the mountain, how we want to do. The land is so gorgeous back there, and how the ridges and valleys and all meet. So I'm rethinking the mountain and how we're going to do. We can finish up what we have, no problem. It's just going any further. So we are looking into other parts.
Now, what is million a mile for electricity?
Yeah.
Is that what you said, or is that something that million a mile? Or?
I don't know. It could be. I mean, we're looking at 3 miles for $1.5 million just for your main three-phase. And then once we get on the property, it's over $500,000 per mile just to put in the primary.
Now, that's a good question, Nina, and that's something you might want to bring up because you all talked about it. What about doing off-grid on the mountain?
And
Talk about that.
Listen, we got a million ideas going on. Really.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not going to stop us. We're actually encouraged by it, all right? So we have had the okay to do alternative electricity, alternative sewer, and all this stuff. It ain't going to stop us. I'm just going to tell you right now, I got some great ideas. We're all working on it. We're having fun thinking about it. I love a challenge. It comes up, okay, now what can we do? Let's flip this and do it another way. So it's actually benefiting us in the long run. I like how it's going. It's just not going to be done overnight, okay? And I like it because it's something that we can continue to work on in the years to come. So we're looking, and I had mentioned before about the modular home certification in the state of Tennessee. We are a modular builder. We have a certificate.
Oh, do we have the certificate?
It says we are a modular builder, a modular hauler, and a modular installer. We got 3 certifications in the state of Tennessee.
This just happened before before you left.
Yep. And Amber just got 2 of the certifications, physical plaques or certificates that we got. So what that means, everybody, is that in the state of Tennessee, if you guys own a piece of land, if you want to move to Tennessee and you want to buy a half-acre, quarter-acre lot, you can buy one of our homes, not just any tiny home, but one of Incredible Tiny Homes, and it can be your primary residence. A primary. What I'm saying is you can't do that with tiny homes. They won't allow it. You can't live in an RV. It's certified RV. You can't live in an RV. You can't live in a home unless it's modular. Modular is like you went and you built it from the ground up on the site. You poured footers, hammered the 2x4s, and you built a house. And it would be your primary residence. That's what buying a home from us and living in the state of Tennessee gives you. So think a young couple can buy a home from us for $20,000 and it'd be their primary residence.
Big deal.
It's like
this is major.
And Tennessee is the forerunner across the country doing this. Primary.
Are we the first ones?
We're the first ones.
First ones. Number one.
First ones in the state of Tennessee, and we got government officials that are coming and we're going to watch the first house roll off our assembly line.
I cannot wait. That is such a big deal, and we get to put that, I know Sam's on here too. That is something we get to claim and put on our website, and that we get to say about this company is that we are number one, and we are modular certified in the state of Tennessee.
Yes. Primary residence. You couldn't ask for anything better.
No.
All right? So now that opens up the state of Tennessee. Yes. I love the state of Tennessee. Of course, we're here. This is our home, but at the same time, there's no state income tax here.
Oh, Dorothy said you can get home loans with modular homes.
Yes, you get loans with modular homes. There's no state income tax in Tennessee. It doesn't get real cold here. It doesn't get super hot here. It is right medium weather. It's just amazing. I love it here. It's the most beautiful place to live. The people are wonderful. If we can stay home and develop, that'd be great. We're looking at other parts of the country. We were looking in Paducah, Kentucky, which is not too far from here, just north of Nashville. That city has called us and invited us in. We also looking at Nevada still. We own land in Nevada. We own that 15 acres, and I'm looking at developing it. And I love to do all these other areas. And I like it because we have to pull off of the mountain probably, and that's okay. And we want to develop some other places. So we're looking for land in our local area. We're looking at 300 or 400 acres in one spot, 200 acres in another. We got a friend in Knoxville coming over tomorrow. We're looking at developing some land there. So there's some really exciting news coming in the future of where we can go with this new modular certification.
Now, is there something going on in Florida? Well, I know we're working on, are we working on Kentucky and Florida as well?
I'm not working on anything in Florida. I've talked to a gentleman today in North Carolina. I'll let you know more about that. Of course, we got Hans down in Huntsville, Alabama. I want to touch on that community.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Tim, our sales person, was in communication with some Florida property near Tampa, Plant City out there near Lakeland and stuff that may have some potential there. So we're open. And I'm going to tell you, people are going to say, Randy, how are you going to keep track of all that?
Yeah.
How are you going to be able to develop land, build homes, and keep quality homes and that? Well, I delegate. And I want to, happy to say, and I mentioned this earlier, but I'm so proud of the fact that I have now brought on a really dear friend of mine since I was 19 years old. And Todd he's an engineer. He's a licensed engineer. He's been self-employed for 40 years.
You guys went to college together.
We went to school together, and he's kind of retiring from his company, and he's coming on board with us, and he is overseeing our properties, all the engineering, all the planning, all the zoning, all the meeting with the officials, the mayors, the planning commissions. He's submitting all the reports. He's doing all of that work. So I don't have to, because I have to be doing more of the marketing with you all and for looking for more land and overseeing all this.
And the marketing.
Yeah. So we're building such a really cool team that now we've got we got an engineer that actually works for us now, running this. Our accounting is an amazing feat that's happening behind the scenes of getting everything.
So many new things.
Everything is just getting spot on, man.
Yes, spot on. Finally.
So we know where we're wasting money and where we're making money and where we're losing and where we can be more efficient and how we're gonna know.
Getting it down.
We're gonna know how much money we spent on this faucet.
I know.
Especially when you build 6-7 homes, 100 homes a year, and you save $5 on a faucet. It's going to creates a lot more than it did back when I used to build 1 and 2, 3 homes at a time. So we're excited about where this is going, and there's a lot to it. And so I just, we're gonna show videos of everybody who's involved here and the dedication behind these guys.
Yes.
And how people really are excited about this company. And it is not something that we take lightly. Any of them do. They love what they do. I don't want to brag on them. You guys, anyway, there you go. We got a good team, and I'm excited about it. But we do have more communities coming up. Now, to mention communities, we had the one in Hans, which is in Huntsville. His name is Hans, is in Huntsville, Alabama. And we have never brought on another community and just said, hey, if you've got a community, we would like to maybe, if we like what you're doing, we can give all the information to our public and see what you guys think. And if you like it, we'll build it home and we'll put it on there for you. So it's really up to you guys to make up your mind and you think, hey, is this a community that you want to get behind and you want to live there? So the one in Huntsville, Alabama, we need to go back down and do another video and do a progress report on that. And we'll get down there for you guys. I think it was 54 lots. Yeah. I think 4, 5, 6 homes have been bought to put down there. And it's not us. It's not our community. But it doesn't mean it's not going to be done right. And it's not going to be done really, really well. And there's always pros and cons. When I started this community, I got a factory right across the street. I got another factory down down at the other end, and they got floodlights and they got noise. You know, somebody said, well, you got a big 2-lane road going down. I can hear cars running. Yep, you got that too. And that's what I told everybody.
No one says anything about that.
They don't ever say nothing.
No.
But there were negatives about a community. There's negatives about any community you go to. So Hans is down there in Alabama. I went down there. It's awesome. You know, Huntsville's 15, 20 minutes away. You got everything you need in a big old city like that.
People live everywhere.
Yeah, they live everywhere.
People live everywhere. This is another option.
50 home sites.
Yeah.
Boom. And he hasn't, you know, he's like me, didn't have the money to develop the place. He's got the buy-in. If you think that's great, come in there. Don't do it unless you're going to stay there a long time. That's what it's made for. It's made there to stay. Now, there was some underlying expenses that he's unclear about that he can't really tell, and I think it was sewer and water and power and how that was going to be done. Your power, that's up to you guys. You know, you turn off your lights, save your electricity. The thing was about sewer, and he's got to get creative about the sewer system there. And they've got to pump the system. And it was depending on how much sewer water you discharge is how much you're going to cost. And he was going to put it all together and have a lump flat fee. And he said, you know what? Let's do it individual. Because if you're not going to use as much water and your neighbor does, they should pay more than you. And I thought that was really, really good. So that's why we went down and said, you know what? I like what he's doing. I like the area. I like the land. It was all flat. It's easy to develop. It's got the lake. It comes through. There you have it. You know, we approved. We stood behind this guy and what he's developing and what he's doing. So if you guys are interested in...
And keep in mind, it's just another area.
It is,
So if Alabama doesn't work for you, that's fine. We're just promoting it because we want to, of course, sell homes, but we want to have options for our customers, you viewers who are watching and that are interested in a tiny home. It's like, listen, okay, we don't have any other lots right at this moment. We're trying to get you some more lots. It's closer here in East Tennessee.
Go try it out and go look at it.
But if Alabama would work for you to get your home and to go
you know
there.
What? If you can afford it and you're going to stay there 10, 20 years, you need to fly to Huntsville and meet Hans. Fly down there, go see this place and see if it's what you think it is. I've had people, I don't know how many people have came here and said, I have to feel it, Randy. I want to walk the mountain. I want to walk the forest. I want to see what it feels like. And then I want to just know and feel better about this decision I'm about to do. You need to do that. If you're within 10 hours drive there.
And you do that. And listen, we have got, Donna said something on here. Donna was talking about how much, Donna knows us. Okay. Donna, it was a customer. She's known us for a lot of years. Very personal. There are people who know us, like seriously know us. They know who we are. They know our heart. They know everything about us. Okay, come here. Our Twyla gives tours here. People book, make appointments and they book here. She shows them all around. They can tell you what this community's like, the real truth of it, the real truth of us, the real heart of the company and the real heart of what we're trying to do here. Talk to our employees. There's people that know us. Yeah, there's a few people that ain't gonna like us. That's normal with anybody. That's just the way it is.
Okay.
There are people with issues and there's people that have problems and stuff like that. That's life. That's the way it is. Hans, we met him over a year ago and he did his research and we're vouching just for that, what part that we know of that.
Right.
So we're not going to steer you wrong on this. If there's somebody else, Randy was actually talking to somebody else that had some property that may come up soon enough. And that would be another option for you in another state, another place. But like Randy said, we're going to try and find some land around here because we know that this community is attractive. It is built up to an attractiveness because the people that's here. I cannot express to you how much these communities, if you go down to Hans's community, you'll have 50-some people there that you're going to get to know, that you're going to be doing the same thing that they're doing over here at the beach, that they're doing over here in the forest, that they're doing over there at the prairie and the grove. You're going to have the same situation. So if that's something that would work for you down in Alabama and to be close to that area, maybe closer to your family, closer to your job or whatever, or you just need to get out of the house that you're in and start a new life.
You need to go there and visit. He's going to have a little bit of an exercise area, congregating area, and some fire pits, some hot tubs he's going to put out. I mean, he's really wanting to do this right. And we're backing it, but you need to validate that. You need to go see him. You need to go talk to him. You need to go feel it for yourself and know. And you need to do your due diligence. You need to look in the area, Google all that stuff and stuff. We were...
Now, let me ask you, but don't get too far ahead.
You're good.
I've got to answer some,
some
questions, okay? So this Heaven Can't Wait. Why buy more land when you say Newport can't get power to it? That's just here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now just explain that just a little bit.
I'm not buying more land in Newport. That's what it is.
Okay, so but if we were to buy more land in Newport, they can't. But they're just talking about the mountain.
Well, this is a power line just going down this one road.
Just this road.
Yeah.
It's not talking about in Newport altogether.
No.
So just so you understand that. The other thing, Buffalo Creek. What about that? Is that the power talking about for there? So what do you mean we're good in Buffalo Creek?
We're good. We've got that figured how we're going to do that. The sewer and Buffalo Creek and the power and everything.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's coming
up. We can't go any more.
Okay, can't go any more than what we've got right now. Okay, so we've up until this point, we've got it covered for the electricity. Just can't do more. That's why we've held off on more lots.
Well, this is the thing. We're working on, all right, so on Buffalo Creek, there's 200 lots. All right? Let me get this. So Buffalo Creek is going to have, and this is going to be awesome, but Buffalo Creek is going to have its own sewer system and its own power station.
That's exciting.
That's why I'm saying we got to
say that again.
Buffalo Creek, part of the mountain, is going to have its own power source and its own sewer system. We're not pumping anything from Newport Utility. We are, when the grid goes down, that part of that community is completely independent of itself.
Yeah. Now that's exciting.
Yep. And
I like that.
So you're going to have 200 homes completely powered.
I like that.
Completely powered by off-grid system that we're going to have. And don't worry about this. It is not going to be what we think. It's not going to be, when the sun goes down, we're not going to need power at night. None of that.
Exciting.
That's why I didn't want to elaborate on it. I just wanted to tell you, we got it.
Now, Underground Living said nuclear power. What's that mean?
I don't know. I can't. I'd like to put a nuclear power plant in.
Okay, now, and I hate to ask you this, but if you did questions earlier in the show, probably do them now because I'm really looking at it now and going through the questions. So if you got questions, ask them because I know I missed a bunch of stuff. Carol Ford said, is there a natural water source anywhere on any of the property here?
No.
Nope. Okay, is there a natural water source on Hans's in Alabama?
Yes.
Okay, so we're doing that.
Yeah, Hans has got a spring-fed pond. It's not, it's probably what I would say, just by visually, and I looked at it, maybe 10 gallons a minute. It may come out, maybe not that much. And that whole pond that he's got is kind of like a lake, Cottages Pine Lake, is going to be crystal clear. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be spring-fed.
Kiki's in Vegas. I just left Vegas.
And so that's going to be, he's got actual spring-fed. Our little pond out here has got several little springs, but they're super slow. They're probably only 3 or 4 gallons a minute.
Carmen said, what about the Pigeon River?
Yeah,
It's not right here.
Well, we can't use it for an energy source.
Yes, right. Yeah. Okay. Did you sell the Incredible Beast? Our Main Life wanted to know.
No, we didn't. It's still here. We haven't marketed it.
We got to do a video on that.
We were asking $149. Come look at it. See what you think. It was our first prototype we ever done. It is so full of amenities. Come look at it. Tell me what you think.
What happened to the Abbeville, South Carolina community? Stan Davis wants to know.
Well, Stan, we got some videos on that. You can go to Greenville, South Carolina News back, and it showed my planning commission meeting, and they about run me out there on a rail. All right, so Abbeville said we don't want you in our community, and we just hit.
Yeah, they got us out there pretty quick.
Yep.
So that's pretty done. So, and the people who bought in over there that wanted it, they either came to the mountain or we refunded
Buffalo
them.
Creek.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we refunded them.
We refunded
exactly.
them. So we did everybody right. Everybody was good on that. So it's a shame because we were excited about going there, but hey, listen, there's a lot of places on this planet. Amanda Broadus wants to know, what about the mountain and power and sewer?
We're good. The 85 lots in the mountain are done. They're good. Water, sewer, everything's good.
Be covered.
It's going to be on the grid.
Living Tiny with CC, how long before ready? What are we talking about with this, with the Buffalo Creek and Mountain? That's been the thorn of our side for a while.
Yes. So the mountain is, I can't tell you what pieces of equipment we got over there. We're about done with all of the lots. The main line of the sewer is putting in our last part of the sewer. We're getting ready to run Maine Electric. We've had the power company over there. We've had the Tennessee Department of Economic Commerce over there. Everything's rolling. Guys, we're going every day. I will not give a day.
And we're going to keep updating as much because it's coming on more and more now.
We're going to try to go over there tomorrow. I'll show you guys what's going on.
Let's do that.
We'll walk around and show you everything that's happening.
I just want to say, Jeff B. Craft, listen.
What?
He said he's on here to see the supermodel Amanda. Now, I like hearing that. I like it.
Why do you think I come to work every
Listen,
day?
lie to me. I love that stuff. And Patricia said she liked this color on me. I love this color. This is Tennessee Vols, orange, the University of Tennessee. So go Vols. And my blood runs orange, and so does my clothes, apparently. Paint is horrible, Diane said. Absolutely. Patricia said the top looks nice on me. My mama always called it a top. Said, Mandy, your top, you know. Okay, Shirley, let's see. Why start another community? Get in the Mountain Buffalo Creek finish. That's exactly what we're doing. That's what we were just talking
All
about.
right, well, hold up. Just hold up.
Yeah.
Why start another community? You mean like in Paducah, in Arizona, in California, in Wyoming, or wherever we're going? The only reason I'm starting more communities is because we get 10 phone calls a day. I'd buy your house, Randy, but I have nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
All right? I've got we own personally 5 pieces of equipment that is on that mountain.
Yeah.
Yump has got 7 pieces of equipment, and then we got a third contractor over there that's got 3 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
All on the mountain trying to get done.
And Shirley, too. Shirley Thurston, why start another community? Starting another community somewhere doesn't affect these communities.
Not at all.
This is contained. So that has nothing to do with the other. So just so everybody understands that keeps going no matter anything else that we do around us. That goes on its own. So just so you understand.
You know what? We're going to go to Paducah, Kentucky, maybe. Mm-hmm. We're looking at land. We're looking at everything. My engineer friend buddy is engineering it, getting it all costed out. We'll present it to you. And if you don't want to go to Paducah, that's fine. We don't do it. But people are calling. It's in demand.
Yes.
We have mayors and people calling us saying, Randy, we need affordable housing in our community. How can you do this? Can you get a community built in our community? And that's what happened to Paducah. The mayor actually, and city officials, we've already been there. I've visited. I've met with them. And my buddy Todd, he's been there. The engineer, he's met with them. We are putting together a formula to try to make this all work.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl Katz said, you are so busy. Have any time to talk to me? Email us in. That's Cheryl Katz. So email and ask and see. Gloria does all the bookings. Her and Amber do all the bookings for like appointments and stuff like that. We do phone appointments and we do some physical appointments. But that's been getting away from us there because I mean it's hard to do that. But we've been talking to people on the phone appointments too. So be sure just to email and just find out. B. Jones, love to get the info. The gossip is causing problems. Please address some of it. What is some of the gossip? Because I've missed some of it on here. So
you guys want to ask a question? I'll try to answer it.
Yeah, ask it. We'll try and answer it. One of the things that I know that I've seen on here is renewing leases and stuff. We just come up on, and it's super exciting. You touched on it just a little bit. The leases for the forest are up at the end of this year. Okay, so we just had a brand new lease that went out. We had old leases that we did, and we got a professional lease that's went out to everyone over in the forest and stuff like that. Someone was talking about evicting people. We only evict people that need to be evicted. We haven't evicted anyone. So that's a rumor right there. That's a gossip.
Well, we did. There was one.
There was one. Okay.
On the beach.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't. Okay. But that wasn't an eviction. That was kind of like a kind of left in a situation. So, but we've not evicted anyone. Can we? Yes, because we have to do what is the best for the whole community. If there's something that is not the best for the community, that's not something we take lightly either at all. So renewing leases, there is some things. One of the things that I'm going to bring up that there was, I don't know, maybe a couple of people, maybe 2 or 3 people, that we don't renew leases on empty lots. That's in our lease now, the brand new lease. So if you don't have a home on that, and we had talked about that before, if you don't have a home to put on there and you have an empty lot, used to in the day you could just get a lot without getting a house. Now you have to have a house to put on the lot. So you can't just get an empty lot anymore. We don't do that anymore. So if you have an empty lot, we're not renewing those leases. It's nothing mean or nothing against anyone. It's just that you don't have a house on it. And we don't want empty lots. We want people who need a home to be in those lots. We don't want people hoarding up lots and things like that. Not that they were. That was available to them now. we've changed that, and we have the right to do that. So we changed that in our lease on that. So
Yep.
that's all I'm saying about that. So there's a lot of gossip about people. Just when you hear something, just please, it's not always true. The majority of the time, it's not 99%.
All right.
It's
so
not true.
This is the deal. This is why I came on the beginning of the video and said I don't want to bring any negative to this show. If you have anything you want to talk to me about, you got any gripes, complaints, or doubts, you come here. I'll meet with you. I'll meet you out here at the front yard. We'll come here in the office, however you guys want to do it. People don't do that anymore. They just want to text and throw a bunch of stuff out. But I am physically here.
Yeah, well, and I just want to say, and Hannah Bond. Okay, so now Hannah Bond, whoever Hannah Bond is on here, it's probably somebody, I don't know, said more 30-day notice to leave a tiny home is cruel. Well, our lease is from a lawyer, and it's by the law. And if there is someone that is being asked to leave, they can contact us, and we work with everyone. So the people that live here know that. So,
I don't want to, and this is the stuff that is not made to put on this show. But that person was told they could come here and talk, and we would figure out something to help them have more time. And they refused to respond to any kind of our emails, anything. All right?
So I mean, whoever Hannah Bond is, that it's a situation you do not know
anything about.
You don't know any.
Nothing.
You don't
There's
know
so much more to this situation.
Yeah,
the last thing we want to do. Why would I want to do this and have any kind of negative feedback on anything? There's a massive reason why we have to do what we do.
And anyone who is here, who is a resident, can email Emily and ask any question that they want to. You can contact us. It's at Emily@IncredibleTinyHomes.com. Email her, contact her. All issues get resolved. If you're not getting an issue resolved, email Emily. Emily@IncredibleTinyHomes.com if you have any issues. Everyone knows about the new lease, and it's been talked about. That we talk. Emily all day emails residents and goes through that. We actually hired Emily on to help take care of that. It used to be just something that we did kind of like Amber would help take care of. We had Kelly that helped with the residents and everything before, but it has become massive. These communities have become massive, and needs a lot of attention. And to collect rent, has other issues, any problems, stuff like that. So Emily stays in contact with our residents constantly. So Hannah, if you know someone, or if that is you, if you're a resident here, email Emily. Okay, just email Emily and ask the question, and let's get everything resolved. We're not mean people. We're not just doing things just randomly and just throwing people out in the streets. That's how a lot of people like to portray that. That doesn't happen here. We're not those kind of people. So there is, the majority of the people here, 99% of the people absolutely love it here, and they talk good about everything here, and that's what we love to focus on, and that's the type of people we will have here, is the people who love being here, truly love being here, truly help their neighbor, and want to be a part of a community. That's what a community is. We're not going to have a fighting community, guys. So if you like to fight, you might as well just go on down the road, right?
Yeah.
We want to have really good people. Emily is great. She is very helpful. Thank you. Susan said, thank you for addressing this. That person is deliberately creating negativity. So we just want to make sure that we bring everything out in the open. Share, let's see. Have you been impeccable? Yeah, nutrition. Security is important. We do something that people may not know as well. We do have Mark, who is now security. He works here and does security, not full-time, but a pretty good chunk.
Evenings, yep.
So we want to secure everybody here on the property, that we do have it secured. We have cameras in places. Now there's cameras all over the property. So this place is well secure. And also, listen, these people, it's like a neighborhood watch out here. Everybody is watching and looking and protecting each other's property. The post office, people watch the front gate. They watch activity of the cars and stuff like that. So you can feel pretty secure living here. We are going to add on gates where you can punch a code to get in and stuff like that. So it's going to get even more secure. Things are are coming on that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Why not sell lot and charge for amenities? Cheryl wants to know. Why not sell the lot? Now, we're not selling any lots.
Yeah, we can't. They're not been subdivided like that.
Okay.
It's zoned not that way.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up, Susan. Susan P. Okay, so you want to talk about the taxes, the papers that we just got?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and address that. So, Susan P., this is for tiny house taxes.
So we started this community 2.5, 3 years ago, and this is an RV park. That's kind of what is zoned. Mm-hmm. So there's no property tax on a house on wheels or an RV. That's what we're classified as an RV. As we were developing our property halfway through, we had 2-3 communities in. The state of Tennessee, because they've seen our YouTube channel and they see what we're doing, and we're pretty evident in the state here, that they said, hey, we have got to get some tax because they're not RVs, they're not mobile homes, they're tiny homes, and let's put a tax on it. So what they did is they imposed a property tax on each and every single home in here. We have 230 of them. And each and every home was measured by its perimeter and what its amenities were on that house. So then we just received, about a couple weeks ago, we received a tax audit from the county saying house on lot number 44 has been taxed $562 a year.
And it has the leaseholder's name and it says property tax. They are considering the property is your tiny home. It is not
the land.
Randy's personal taxes that you're paying. You are not paying for Incredible Tiny Homes taxes. You are not paying Randy's taxes. We are not duping you into doing that. That is something so ridiculous. We would never, ever, ever have people paying our taxes.
If your house was not here, there would not be any tax.
No.
All right? I would just pay tax on the dirt.
Correct.
So each and every house has got its own value. Our post office hasn't got a kitchen, hasn't got a bathroom, hasn't got anything, and I'm taxed $1,800 a year.
Yeah.
Just for a post office.
For the post office, that's what we have to pay. $1,800.
You know, I had met with the mayor here, and I'm sure all the values were already in when I met with him. And at the time, I was assuming this property tax, and I've been talking about this for over a year, that everybody in here was going to get property taxed. It was going to happen, and you got to pay your property tax.
And you can you can call them directly, and you can ask them, say, is this a tax? Because the paper says it. We gave everybody a copy of it. You can you can call them and ask them. They sent it to us. So it is the county, not us. We did not issue this paper. It's a property tax, so that's from them.
So if you move your house down and get out of here, that tax paper audit I won't get it anymore because the lot's empty. So it's because of your home.
And Giselle Gonzalez said, so will the tax payments be spread out? This is it's through them. It's through
spread out. What does that mean?
I guess like payments. Can you do payments on them?
You know what? The property tax is due in February, but listen, you don't have to pay it on February. You can be delinquent it almost takes a couple years, but you don't want to get behind like that. So if you need to go 6, 8, 10 months after that, you can do that.
And they give you plenty of time. You know, taxes is from October and you have until February. So you have to plan ahead for that. And
I'd pay it by next October or something, but get ready for the
pay it by February.
It's due February.
Yeah.
So just
pay. You have to pay your tax.
Yeah, but if you don't have $500-600 and you need 4 or 5 months to get ahead,
right?
You can do that. I mean, you can. They got time. They're not going to come and jerk your house out.
And too, the residents that are here too can always contact Emily. Always contact Emily if you're having any kind of a hardship. If you're having any kind of issue,
do our best to help you out.
You just let us know the issue. We are open to everything. You wouldn't believe the people that we do help and that we have done payments and things like that for people. Yeah. We understand that stuff. So, just contact Emily always. Anything to do with the we're not like a major company. Like my son, I won't say the name of the place, the apartment complex, but listen, you don't pay your rent, you're gone. you're 100% gone.
He's got to pay cash too, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So
You got to pay cash money. Can't be a check, money order, nothing, credit card.
It is cash only, and that's their business.
And it's a nice place.
Oh, and it's massive. It's a massive deal. But that's what they chose to do. So if you want to live there, you have to abide by those rules. We're very open. We're very we try to accommodate everyone. So do RV parks? Christina wants to know: do RV parks charge the same tax? This is brand new with tiny homes. So
this is just tiny homes.
This is just tiny homes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Property tax, yeah. Taxes due February 28th. Yes, that's right. Let me go back and let me see if I can catch some of these. And we are cheaper on tax in Tennessee with stuff. I'm not sure about this.
Now, Cobb County, but Cobb County is high.
It is high.
Believe it or not, this is a county. This is implemented by the state, but all the money goes to the county. Because this is a financially depressed county, their property taxes are their only means of income just about in the county. So, in proportion, I've got a 40-foot container down here with a post office is $1,800 a year. Amanda's got 15 acres, a home, a barn, and everything. She pays $350.
Yeah, I don't pay much.
But her county that she's in has got more manufacturing in that county than any county in the state of Tennessee. So that has, helped her in her property tax.
Yeah. What's up with all the deleted messages? Heaven can't wait. What deleted messages? We're not deleting anything. What are you talking about? Let us know. Heaven can't wait. If you have more questions, ask, because I feel like that person is really wanting to know some things.
Yeah.
So what's up with the deleted messages? What deleted message? If you have a question, ask it and we'll answer it. So clarify the houses at the tax per square. Let's see, Chris Garcia. So to clarify, the houses at tax per square footage and amenities. Okay, is that what it was? Okay.
That's what they told us. So we gave them a perimeter, and then decks and whatever you have on the outside.
Okay, broken profit you have to pay a tag tax on a mobile home just like a car. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing those doubts on the leases. Rita wanted to say. That's a good question. I don't know. Rebecca Lake, wonder what happens if they do not pay. Put a lien on the house.
No, they put a lien on me.
Yeah. Bet they work with you on tax. Yes. The other thing is, sugar. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say, the leases now that we do are yearly. So we renew leases or we do just the lease for 1 year. Because somebody asked if you do leases for years, and we're not. We do that for just 1 year at a time.
When I first started doing this, we said, hey, 2 year, you're prepaying your rent by the key money you brought in or your membership fee or whatever. It was $6,000, $10,000, whatever it was. And we offered the 2 years. They didn't pay rent because you actually paid it in advance. Then the third year was the year that you start paying your $200 a month. And I have been clarifying this since day one on many, 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 many videos that you can look back and you can see where I said, hey, after those 3 years, then we will send a 1 year lease, continue for that for eons and forever. It was going to be a 1 year lease after those 3 years, initial 3 and done. The reason I never wanted to do a 20, 30, 40 year lease is I didn't want to have you guys held to that. And we didn't want to be held to somebody that was not going to be worked out here, that somebody was going to be, believe it or not, there are some things, people you don't want in your community. So we both want to be able to know that we can have this chance to leave or stay.
And two, Eric made a good point. Hi, Eric. Eric is in New Zealand. He's followed us for years and stuff.
Yeah.
But he made a great point. The people in the forest knew that the lease is up at the end of this year. They've known that for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, and there is,
what it just said,
it was 2 years free. It was really pre-rent. They paid pre-rent for 2 years, and then the third year is $200 a month.
Yeah.
So
it was always said.
Always said, yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah. And now, think about it though. I can see somebody, I've heard people will sell communities like this and mobile home parks like this.
I know. And
then they won't renew the leases, so they want to crank up the rent.
Because they want to jack the rent up, yeah.
We're not asking for any more rent. And our costs of running this place has went through the roof. Now I got to pay Emily We've got
I
other
know,
people on
yes.
staff. We've been doing landscaping around here, taking care of people's yards, everything, and still not asking for any more rent.
I know, because there was a lot of maintenance, yard maintenance that we paid for that.
Well, think about this. My whole, if we go back when I first started this thing, my whole premise behind these communities was self-sufficiency. You guys, we'd eat your own place. You take care of this place. I'll take care of the roads and keep them open. All I promised ever was, hey, you guys, I'm going to give you a place to live for $200 a month. I hope that I can build a pavilion. I hope that I can build a clubhouse. I hope that I can do these things in the future. All I can promise you right now, and I will stand behind that comment forever. I said I will give you a place to rent your home for $200 a month, and that's all I'm obligated to do. Do I want to do more? Yes. And have we done more? Yes. And are we going to do more? Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. But that's all we were doing. And so
we had a lot of plans.
Yeah. So every year we want to make sure if you don't want to be here, hit the road. But we want you to stay here forever. We don't want you to go anywhere.
Yeah. And two, Hannah Bond. I don't know who Hannah Bond is, so I got a feeling it's an invested person that's here. I just want you to know you do not know the situation, okay? You're fighting hard. It says knowing the lease is coming up and knowing about a non-renewal notice are two different things, or don't you comprehend that? You're not comprehending, you don't know the whole story. I just want you to know that, Hannah. I'm not being rude. I'm just saying you do not know that situation, okay? So just understand that. I want you to comprehend that. You're fighting on something that you do not know the full situation, okay? So that's all I'm going to say about that. And that person or anyone or any resident can email us, Emily@IncredibleTinyHomes.com, if they have a problem, if they have an issue, if they need help, whatever it is that's going on. We are available. So know that. I want everybody to
no matter what anybody says.
I don't care what anybody says. We are available. Emily tells us what we need to know that she can't handle on her own there, and she brings those issues to us and we can take care of it. So Hannah, please know that, okay? So you may not be getting the full story on your end, okay? Just so you know that. Who said, oh sugar, that's funny. Insurance on the homes. Yes, everyone has to have insurance on the homes. Yes. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to go through here. Oh, goodness. So, Chris W. is asking, will you guys do an all-wood custom RJO? Custom.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Let's see. Paying Cruise. Hi, Cruise. Paying property taxes brings integrity to our tiny home community. That's a great way to look at it. Let's see. Yeah, now that's it. I don't know. Do they do that every year? Jill Gruber. So what? I buy a tiny home already there and change things. Does the tax man come back and reevaluate? Do they do it every year? I don't know.
I don't think they do it every year. Actually, you know what they did? You're not going to believe this. They didn't have enough manpower. They asked us to go do it.
Yeah, ask us to do it.
So Dave had to go out and measure every house and fill out these forms. We did it and sent them the amount of information.
Okay, now Melanie says, hey Melanie, my tiny house has taxes on my tiny home and then taxed on my land. They evaluate it yearly.
There you go. It might be yearly.
So it may be yearly. I'm not sure. The leases in California are over $700 a month. We know. I mean, we're talking. There's leases. We're trying.
Why are they capitalizing? Rent and taxes are two different things.
Yeah, Fab Smith. Rent and taxes are two different things. Yeah, there's probably just
answering somebody else.
But yeah, lot rent is monthly.
Yeah.
And taxes are yearly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that yes, you're absolutely right. Are you close to Smith & Wesson? Diane wants to know.
You know what? Smith & Wesson
is in Chattanooga?
Yeah, but I think they're putting a plant
in Is it in Morristown? No.
Yeah, it's Morristown or Newport. They're putting a new plant in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Diane was are you close to Smith & Wesson?
And we're going to be within 20 minutes if it's in Morristown, 25.
And Hannah Bond said, I had so much respect for you both until this 30-day notice of non-renewal. And to Hannah, you have to understand that the lease that we did was through a lawyer, our lawyer, okay? It's abiding by the Tennessee law. That's just the way it is. And if that person has a hard time and cannot leave at that time, contact Emily at IncredibleTinyHomes.com.
I sent an email out last week and said,
yeah.
hey, if
everybody knows.
I said to that person, if you need help, let me know.
Everyone knows.
And that person chose not to email back and wants to take it to this level. And it is what it is.
You're just, please, you're not getting the correct information. We're not here to hurt people. We are here to help people. This community is
What
fantastic.
if I say I'm going to stand outside at 5:30 today and I'm available? I'm going to stand out there. So if anybody wants, you come on out there. This lady, if she has a problem and she can't get out in 30 days, I'll be out there at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you guys can come talk to me.
And two, we're not.
I don't know what else
We're
to
not
say.
doing anything illegal. Listen, if you put 30 days, this is what the law. They told us by the law that we wouldn't even have to extend or help or anything, but we're willing to do that.
Yeah.
There's places that are not. They say, hey, bye. That's it's over, and done. So there's a whole situation that you don't understand. Okay. The leasee, let's see, Michelle said the leasee pays tax to county for their tiny home, not the land. Correct.
This is getting a lot of comments going, ain't it?
But this is good. We have been here and we're doing a long show. We wanted to do this, a long live show.
This is why, hey,
Q&A.
guys, this is the part that I said, I don't like to get in all the negativity. I can pour more stuff on here, but there's just no reason for it. There's no reason to let you guys talk about, or us talk about
tell the truth.
The 30-day notice and the lady not getting a renewal, all that stuff. It's just, hey, if you don't like us, don't come here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, Hannah, I'm just going to kind of let that go. So, yeah, just so you know, the person knows. They've been, everyone has been notified. Everyone knows to contact Emily. So, if anybody has any issues, so.
Hey, you know what? I had today, there's some campgrounds in the local area, and I got a guy that works here, and he's wanting to buy a tiny home from us, and he said,
oh, okay.
He said, I said, well, where are you going to put it? And he said, I'm going to put it in the local campground. I said, how much are you going to pay? And he goes, I think it's $650 a month.
Yeah.
And then Jeff walked up where he said that he was in the local KOA, $800 a month. We're two.
We're two. $200 a month. Whew. I'm telling you, and the people here, they love it here. They love it here. People have absolutely moved from California, from Hawaii, from Florida and Washington State and everywhere. There was somebody on here that just was, that was in Colombia, that lives in Colombia, that wants to move here.
And that's something.
And it wasn't Menonine, it was Milla something.
Yeah.
That they were Milana or something like that they live in.
And it's true. You guys, people are here and they're complaining, being negative about being here. Why don't they leave? Why don't you just leave? We're fine. Go. We'll have somebody else, that can pay $200 a month.
And how close do you think? Well, I know you said that something about the mountain, but is there any idea that you can give when the houses start moving over there on the mountain?
Amanda, every time I say I get slammed.
I know. It's coming.
Guys, we are spending more money on that mountain. It is nonstop. We're going to go over there tomorrow. Let's go over there tomorrow and show everything that's going on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the rest of your, let's see. Okay, let's talk about pets. Kimberly Jones wants to know, could you please address the pet situation? I'm ready to buy and live there forever, but with my pets in tow. Is 2 the limit? 2 is the limit, is what we have in the lease.
Yes.
2. And it's a reason for that, because...
I would want more of my own personal home, but we can't. We had to set a limit. You can't have 5, 4, 3. It's all this stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Do you think... Well, what are you sorry for?
I'm sorry. You know what?
2's the limit. I live on...
It is what it is. You got 7.
I have 7 dogs.
But you got your own place.
But I have my own land. That's okay. 2 is fine for a community like this. And we have a dog park. And neighbors do not want to have people to have 5 and 6 dogs. You
I know
just
it.
can't
We've
do
had
that.
a problem over here with that.
Right. Well, we don't anymore.
We had one that had 5 dogs in there,
Yes. But,
and it was awful.
Well, but I know, but that was a special case, and to do that. But 2 is the limit. And, you know, if you have your own land, of course, you can have as many dogs as you want. But in a community, we have to do the best that's for everybody. And the lease the new lease does say 2 is the limit.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Oh, Ann Hayes. I live in Southern Ohio, and lot rents are $800 a month to start.
We're 2.
In Southern Ohio.
We're 2.
There was another question I just seen that.
Anything else we need to address?
Yeah, maybe. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody.
Yeah.
Upcoming holidays. I'm glad Chris said this. Now, Chris, are you the one that did the pictures? I'm curious. Chris Garcia. Hey, say something about the upcoming holidays. Halloween was a blast. Halloween was a complete success.
Man, that was fun. I just loved Halloween. That was great.
Halloween was great. Let's see. Carly. What did Carly say? I thought Carly said something that I thought was really cute. I think Carly called me Manders. Was that Carly that said that? Yeah, I think it was. She said that she remembered. That's how long she's been watching, because you used to call me Manders all the time. Specialty. How do you say this? This is Dan. Specialty. Talk about delivery real quick with Matt Heath and everybody.
Yeah.
Dan, he sent $2 to a Specialty Trailer Transport, and he is delivering incredible tiny homes. You can contact him.
We've got probably 3 or 4 different tiny homes options to get your house hauled. So let us know. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Heath is still hauling homes.
Matt's hauling all over the world. Danny's hauling. Danny's got 3 drivers. Matt's hauling.
What is Matt's?
We got a couple guys here that are getting trucks. They're going to do their hauling or help out.
What is Matt's? It's Heath Delivery Service, I think. Heath. Matt Heath.
Matt's been with us since the beginning. Him and
Yes.
his wife are on the road constantly zigzagging the country. So holler at us and they'll grab one and bring it to you.
Let's see. And this is a big live show that I said we're going to do today.
How many?
Melanie Hoschel said a 30-day notice to leave in California is standard. And that's what our lawyer said. And that's what the Tennessee law, that it said as well. Carol Ford said, that's what I want, is to get 3 cottages and look into putting at least a root cellar. Oh, can an Incredible cottage go on a basement? Somebody just said that.
Go over a basement?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll help you design it too.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Love to. I'd love to do that, you guys.
Okay, the Spiritual Growth Academy. I can't wait to own my own tiny home by next year. Is it possible to work with you on a build and have it shipped to Maui, Hawaii?
Yes, we've done it.
Athena Stewart.
We've come to the Big Island. Yep. And actually, I'm looking into that even more. I've been trying to get into that for years.
Michelle said lot rents in Colorado are at least $800 a month. That is why I left Colorado. It is it's as expensive as California. Randy's oldest son is in Colorado now.
Yep.
What does he pay a month? Like $1,600 or $2,000?
$2,000.
Oh, it's way up
for
there.
An apartment.
For an apartment, yeah. Because my son pays it seems like $1,100, $1,200, something like that. Buy a campground, somebody said. Who said that? That was Joyful Hope. Let me see if there's any more. So $200 a month for rent and $500 a year in taxes comes out to be not a bad deal. No, it doesn't, Tony. Thank you so much for saying that. Can you explain the $10,000 down? Angelita Lesko wants to know. I guess that's for Buffalo Creek, or with the $10,000 for the lot.
Yeah. So what we've always done, where we've gotten in, we call it a membership or a key money or a buy-in, we call it. And so that $10,000 that you're giving us goes to putting in infrastructure, the water, power, sewer, roads, and everything to help us develop the land. So by getting that money, we're not having to go and take a big loan or have a partner or a third party person to fork up all the money. Because if we did, then we would be subject to having to charge more per rent. The rent would have to be $600 to $800 a month. By you all helping us, giving in this key money, we call it, or the buying of 10,000, 15,000, helps us develop our land. We don't take any loans out from local banks. We've done this for 3-4 years now, and it's really worked out, and it keeps our lot rent low. That's why we're saying, hey, if you guys help us develop this land, we're going to keep the lot rent low.
Let's see. Rita said, Ace for president. Talk about Ace just really quick. Where's he at?
Ace is not right here. He's in. Amber had him in there. I could probably open the door and he'll come in.
Yeah. We
try to keep it quiet for you guys. He's doing great. I was gone for 7-8 days, and man, I don't like being away from him,
Oh my gosh.
And but I cook. So I had a half a cow. Lucas has got a farm, and they slaughtered a couple cattle, and I bought some meat, and so I'm kind of giving Ace. He's eating really good. He's eating grass-fed, non-biotic, steroid, perfect organic beef. He's eating, So we're doing good. Took him over on the mountain. We ran for probably 4 or 5 hours over on the mountain.
And Travis is on here. Janet said that. Hi, Janet. We've known Janet for a long time. I call her Young Feather, but met her at the jams and stuff. Travis, we met Travis a long time ago. Everybody knows about Travis. Most people know about Travis. What was it Travis asked? I thought I wrote down Travis. Oh, he might
Amanda's
be
doing such a good job. She's going through all your all's
I'm trying.
comments right now. And
Sugar.
I'm sure she'll answer any comment that you want to put on there.
Yeah.
And I will too.
And Travis. Did I put I put Travis's name and did not put what he asked. Something home.
Tune in tomorrow. I wish we could go live on the mountain, but I don't think we'll have Wi-Fi over there. So we'll have to do a recorded video on the mountain, but we'll show the progress in the mountain, what's going on, what do we have to do, how's it looking, Buffalo Creek. We talked about the power and water on Buffalo Creek, the sewer. We are going to have our own system, and it's actually probably going to be expediting quicker than if we waited for the entire, the city utilities to come up the road. So I'm excited about all that. We're in the process of doing all the permitting, all the zoning, everything that we have to do to bring that into here. We're getting estimates and builds. It is on. It's 100% rolling as hard as we can to get that accomplished.
And two, I just want to, one of the things that I want, and I like that Pam said this, I just say, God bless everyone. It's time to count our blessings. And I'm so glad she just said that, because I wanted to bring up that also a resident out here and a friend of mine lost her mother as well. Man. So there is a lot of things that's going on, not just in our community, but in your lives and our lives, and across the nation and across the country and stuff like that. But let's all be thinking about each other, praying for each other, thinking of each other, helping each other, whatever form, whatever way that it may be. Not all things work out, and sometimes we need to look at that as like an opportunity, an opportunity for something else to be in your life, or something else. Maybe something didn't work out, and it's not always meant to work out. But you just move on, and you think about it, and you do the best you can, and just move forward. Yeah, that's all you can do, But we need to be thinking about everybody, especially in this tight-knit community. I mean, 230 lots here, and the people, we probably got over 400 and something people. They really care about each other. So I can see why people would want to live here. Yeah. My mom, my grandmothers and stuff would have wanted to do that. My mom and stepdad would have lived here. Mom and Ronald would have lived here.
My mom and dad would have.
Yeah, your parents would have lived here. Absolutely, yeah. So just be mindful of everybody. They're wanting to see Ace. Let Ace in. Let them look at Ace real quick.
You see how good I got up out of that chair?
You can't put a price on that, that's for sure.
Ace, come here, boy.
And Hannah,
Where you
wants
at?
to know
Come here.
why are so many people selling their houses there. People sell their houses. They have the right to sell their house.
Come here,
and
buddy.
If they sell their house, there's other people that are buying it. So we're happy. We're happy to have the new people that's in here. So
Hey, buddy.
we're glad to have you here. We want people who want to be here. We want people to be proud to be here. We want people who are not gossiping here and not being a detriment to the community. We want people who love this community and want to build up and not tear down. That's exactly what we want here. So we are happy if people sell their home for whatever reason. You have every right to sell your home. It's your property.
They usually make a profit.
Yeah, and that's great. We want people to do that. So that's great. So if people are selling their home, we're happy to have the new people coming in. We do evaluate everyone that comes in, so we don't do a credit. We don't do any kind of credit check. We don't do a background check. But what we do is that we check all references. So we do call the people. Emily does. Emily checks with all the references, talks to neighbors, people in their lives, employers, prior employers, current employers. So we get a lot of information with the new people that are coming in now.
Come on.
So, and
there
that's
you
something
go.
we've learned over the years and stuff, So, and that's to protect everyone. So we know
say
what
hi
kind
to
of person
everybody?
this is. Aggressive people that don't get along with people and stuff. We get, and the people that we get, it's
Look it.
fantastic.
He's a
We're
lap
getting
dog.
some really great people, and we're
Sorry.
proud of that.
Yep.
So, let me see.
You're doing good,
and
man.
look at Ace.
I know, buddy. I know.
I want R. Gallagher wants to know. He's been around a long time too. I remember that name and that picture right there. When do you think the wooden models of the cottage and the RJO will be ready to see? I'm very interested in both.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm glad we talked about that. I'm so excited about the wooden RJOs and cottages because they're going to be built by our Amish. And we've got 10 families that actually build up there, 2 of them and then 2 more. So there's 12 families, but they do finishing and stuff for us. We've got them on the books.
Yeah, they're coming up.
Yeah, but guys, you've seen them before. We've done RJOs before, stick built. The cottage is just, I like it because you can get the foam, right? The panels, which is steel inside, outside. Love the whole concept. But we're giving you different options. The wooden cottage is a cottage. We're talking wood inside, outside, or you can get the cottage with LP siding on the outside, and you can get an RJO with LP on the outside. We got the bronze, silver, and gold. I came up with that thinking I've always wanted to do a bronze, silver, and gold, but you can do a bronze, silver, and gold, and you get more and more amenities on top of that thing. Yeah.
Aw, Ace is a lap dog. Everybody's saying, look at Ace.
Look at him. What do you say, buddy? Yes, I know it. I know.
There's somebody on here. The handle is Patty Whack. She has got an 89 Chevy Silverado. Wants to know if ITH.
Yeah, how much?
Just let us know.
Give me email.
Email.
We got
Emily.
guys wanting vehicles, and we'll see about
Yeah.
getting it for you. We'll maybe buy it, and we'll help the guys get a vehicle.
Yeah, we got guys all the time that need a vehicle
Yep.
all the time. So let us know. Email Emily at Emily or info, either one, and it goes to Amber over there. So either one, just email us and let us know. He is the baby. Who's at Magnolia Emporium? Yes, he is the baby. Sherry Wood, missed your videos last week. Glad you're back on. Randy and Amanda, thank you so much. We are glad to be back. We had a lot of stuff going on personally and with work as well. So it was a crazy couple of weeks. It has been. So thank you all for coming on. We got over 1,000 people. What is it?
1,000?
There's 1,020.
No.
Yeah, 1,000 people. 1,020 people.
I didn't want to stick my face up in them. Find a look.
But I did. I did it. Ace is too cute. He is such a good dog.
I know, buddy.
Looking forward, Eddie W. So looking forward to the mountain in Buffalo Creek with home sitting on the lots.
Me too, buddy.
We can't wait. Oh my gosh, we can't wait.
You know what? When that's done, you know how I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna be so relaxed.
Patty Wack said, I just watched one of your old videos and Ace was just a puppy back then. Been following y'all for 3 years. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Eric, Ace for President. Judith said, we missed you. Darlene, she said, yay, I got my ITH Ace, Amanda, and Randy fix. That's so nice. What's Emily's email? Rosemarie Reed wants to know. It's Emily, EMILY, at incredibletinyhomes.com. Pam H, we all need something to dream for. That's exactly right. Yeah, absolutely. Planning on a trip, Sherry Wood. I'm planning on a trip up there with my dog Luke. I love the name Luke because all of my animals are people names. So that's a contender. If I ever get another dog, Luke may be the name. I like that. I think she did Vidali. Amanda, any news updates on the Nevada property? You did actually.
Well,
didn't you?
Like I said, my buddy coming on as an engineer, I've give it to him, and we're looking into it. We're looking at the engineering and everything we have to do to get that rolling. We got some really cool ideas for it, so I'm excited. I just won't say anything until we get it rolling. Let you guys see.
Tennessee Yaya. So if people are moving to the mountain, will there be former lots available?
Like
lots, people moving to the mountain, they will be lots, but not right now, but we will let you know that. So if something comes up, and how we will do that, it won't be just a lot. It will be you have to purchase a home with the lot. We'll do it as a package.
Yeah.
So from here on out, we're doing packages and stuff. That just works out better. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. So glad you mentioned that. And she's glad, Brenda Coy said, so glad you mentioned the 30-day non-renewal business. Hopefully all are satisfied now. We just want everybody to be informed, and you can ask questions. There's no question that'll go unanswered when it comes into Emily there. She will find out an answer for you. Julia Russell, woohoo, I was missing these videos, and Ace looks so happy. Look at him, how relaxed he is. Cheryl Katz wants to know, fair question, if primary pass away, can we will it, or do you keep the home? People it goes to the next of kin.
Yeah.
Whatever they
you
have
can will
set
the
up.
home for sure. You own the home.
Yeah, will the home. It's your home, so you will it to whoever you want, daughter, son, whoever you want to. Yeah. Let's see. I'm ordering a bumpy road. I'm ordering the RGO with wood siding, silver package. Should be signing contract very soon.
Isn't that cool? Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
We're excited
so much.
about that. Yeah.
Dawn, that is right. How many subscribers do we have now?
I don't know.
Says Dawn, I don't know your last name, Purse, blah, blah, blah. I love you guys. Wow, almost 200,000 subscribers. I remember when we only had 10.
Oh, my God.
Dawn remembers. That's
Thank
exactly
you, buddy.
right, Dawn. Well, Dawn, that's a girl.
Oh, Dawn.
Hey, buddy.
What?
Hey,
What?
Dawn, buddy.
Oh, Dawn.
Dawn.
Okay.
I didn't say it right.
Dawn.
I got a lazy.
It's
lazy
Dawn.
I said Dawn. So it's Dawn, Magnolia Emporium. Amanda, when are you getting Christmas nails? Right now, I have fall nails. Can you see those? Nailed it over there. Nailed it in Morristown. It's just a single lady that does it. She's a single mom, and it's a 101. I absolutely love it. Let me tell you just really quick what she did. The last time that I was there to get my nails done, she puts the TV on, and she puts on these reality shows that I never watch. She put on The Golden Bachelor. And she said, girl, let me start it from the beginning for you. She got me hooked on this Golden Bachelor. So now whenever I go back.
Oh, is that the older Bachelor guy?
Yes. Have you okay, so has everybody noticed they're kind of going back towards an older, they finally figured it out that, hey, listen, the majority of us, not all of us are young spring chickens anymore, and we're still alive. People still want to date. People want to get married. People want relationships. So they finally got a clue that this is a big group of people in the country and in the world, So, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, he was a handsome guy. I seen a commercial or
So
something.
I watched about 4 episodes of this while she was doing
God.
my nails. So when I go back to get my nails done again for Christmas,
You're gonna finish it up.
She's gonna have to get me hooked up to, where I was at. So, yeah, so that was funny. Let's see. Will you offer IMD 1UC2? Will you offer an Incredibox floor plan with an RJO gable roof? Incred-R box. I don't know.
Well, an RJO has a gable roof.
Yeah.
The Incredibox has a shed, and RJO has a gable, if I'm answering it right.
Yeah. Okay.
A porch? They want a porch? They said.
Oh, no, he said, don't let me forget Danielle. Don't forget the name Danielle, okay? Will you offer an Incredibox floor plan with an RJO gable roof?
I'm sorry. I got you. Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
That's a good idea. See, that's awesome. Thank you. Danielle M., are you able to share how Matt is doing with his treatment? This is Builder Matt. So I'm glad you brought that up.
I had to write this down.
And I'll let Randy touch on that.
Of course, I've been gone a week and I haven't talked to him, his wife. Before I left, he had started gaining a lot of fluids. He was swelling up, his stomach, his legs, everything. He does have tumors in his brain, his lungs, his lymph nodes. He went to doing chemo and radiation and all that. So he went through the traditional part. I have not had a chance today to talk to him. You know what? I'll call him. I'll try to call him, I'll get a hold of him this evening and see how he's doing. You guys have been awesome. You've helped him out financially to get ahead and to stay alive. We've kept him on payroll. He was actually in the middle of building a house. We had a couple of guys and people went over there to help him frame it. We finished it, helped him finish to get it all done, and he's had to sell it. And so instead of moving into it, they've already sold their house. It was 99% done. So that's really helped them to sold their home and stay in the one they were in.
Yes.
By the way,
so great.
I wanted to tell you that because of Matt becoming ill, there's been probably a half a dozen guys out here that have stopped smoking, started eating right.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Started eating right, and we're kind of forming a group out here, and I'm.
Now ain't that something?
Yeah.
Vicky said, I have cancer also. I think everybody needs to pray for everybody on here because there's so much sickness, there's so much hurt. Something I want to bring up, and I don't want to draw the attention so much to her because, this poor lady's going through enough.
Danielle?
No.
Okay.
But you can say that as well if you need to. But Liz visited us not long ago. She actually sent a message to Randy. Man. And I want to say she lost her daughter, her only daughter.
A few weeks ago
in a car wreck. And my goodness, Randy showed me that text and it was so upsetting. You just don't know what people are going through. You just have no idea. So always try to be kind, always try to be positive, and always try to be helpful and stuff. She came here, she left some of the most lovely gifts, made these beautiful cookies for us. What a great lady. Was trying to work on a tiny home for her and where her daughter could come and be with her and visit her, and she just lost her daughter. And we just want to say how sorry we are. That's very sad.
Awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Very sad. So let's everybody just pray for everybody, for heaven's sakes. All kinds of issues, all kinds of stuff going on, guys. My goodness, how can you not have a heart? You know what I'm saying? There's just so much, and it's not because you're afraid of something that it might happen to you that you think of somebody else. Do it because it's the right thing to do. I don't care if it's the person. You wouldn't believe there's people that's been mean to me, and I'll still help them.
Yeah.
I still help them. Absolutely.
Anybody's got
talk
anything
about me and everything, and I still help them.
I'm ready to talk.
Yeah, exactly. Prayers for Matt. Yes, in the world, be kind. That's right, Cheryl. Prayer is always the answer. Declutter my hot mess in Texas. I was just in Texas. I was in Texas yesterday, and I looked up, and I was sitting there with my daughter and getting ready to get on the plane to come back to Knoxville. And I looked up, and I seen Twyla, and I looked, and I went, well, is that, in my head, I was like, is that Twyla? I just jumped up, and Lindsay said, what's wrong? Where are you going? So I jumped up, and I went over there, and I went, oh my gosh, there was Dave and Twyla standing there at the same plane, the same gate, and everything. So
Dave and Twyla live here.
Dave and Twyla, and Twyla does the tours, and they had went to, and Dave is a veteran, and Saturday they went to Texas to surprise their granddaughter for a parade that she was in. So they went there for the weekend. They left last Wednesday and was there and flew back last night. So we were on the same plane. So so that was a nice surprise. But also belated Happy Veterans Day, and shout out to all veterans. I want to say Happy Veterans Day to my niece and her wife. They are both in the Air Force. I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to them, and we want to thank them for their service, continued service, and everybody that has served and had family that has served.
I think Dave got an award
Yeah.
that he'd been in a situation back 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
He was honored for his service.
It was like there's a chapter here or something like that that's really active and stuff. So that's a great thing too to keep in mind. You know, going to these. You know, there's all kinds of clubs and all kinds of different organizations and stuff that get together in Newport and in Morristown, all around the different places that support each other. So whatever you're interested in or whatever you've done in your life, whether it be a veteran or, you know, there's a lot of people that has fought addiction. You know, there's all kinds of programs for that too, all around here, all around in Morristown and Knoxville, in all areas and stuff. So there's all kinds of ways to support each other. You know, so that's what a community's all about. They're doing it in those ways. People are just living in their own homes. You live in a subdivision, you need support. Go to one of these groups where, you know, that's what church is about too. A lot of churches, join a church. You know, if you're lonely and stuff, join a church. Get into a tiny house community or get into some of these programs and stuff. A lot of hurting people, but there's a lot of options out there. So know that there is little something for everybody, you know. Randy went to an NA group one time, and Randy's never been on drugs in his life, but he was lonely and needed people to support, and he went to NA, and they took him in. They took him in. Randy never done drugs.
I loved it. I fell in love with the camaraderie and the guys in there.
Yeah, they were nice to you.
I was like, man.
Well, everybody needs help, so I mean.
You know what I think I liked about it is everybody was so real, man.
Yeah, just tell them the truth.
It's told what it is, done.
Yeah, and it don't sound pretty. Just like some of this, I mean, it don't
I felt
sound
like I was
pretty,
in church. I thought I was in a church that was just,
Well, we just want to say thank you so much for hanging in there with us. I know we didn't give you any kind of words. You know, we were both going through different things, and we didn't get on there and tell you where we was at or anything, and we're going to do better next time. We really apologize for that, because we should have told you what was going on. I was just out of my mind with poor old George and all that stuff, and Annie's. I got a lot of dog problems right now.
I don't know how to share stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, when I get something for me or something, I mean, I'm too...
I understand.
Conscious of people's, money and what we're doing.
Well, we missed you guys. Deidre McCarthy said, we missed you. Well, we missed you too. And you guys lift us up. And even when there's negative comments on here, or issues that are brought up, that does not bother us. That is a part of life. That's a part of a business. And we want to bring it all up. It's just like it makes you closer. It makes you like a family. So as long as you're telling the truth, what does it matter?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be worried about anything. If you're telling the truth, don't worry about it.
And come on, 850 Industrial Road. We'd love to talk to you.
Come slit my throat.
Come on.
That's what you used to say with Travis.
Any issues you got, walk through the gate and come on up here.
No, 100% don't do that. Okay, do not walk through the gate.
I'm gonna put a bell up there. Ding, 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 ding.
Do not do that. You contact Emily, contact Amber.
Well, we may not be here.
We have to do anything. Yeah, we gotta do everything through the proper channels and stuff. Don't be walking through the gate and get in trouble.
I mean, I only work a couple hours a day, man. I've got to get out of here. This is as long as I've worked in years.
It's 5:12. You are not, But anyway, thank you guys so much. I've had a good time today, and I'm glad we got to talk about everything. I want you to look at Ace. I'm telling you what, he's a mess and a hack.
He thinks he's a little lapdog.
He does think that.
Okay.
Well, thank you all so much, and we love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. We're hoping so much that we're going to hit 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
How many do we have?
Somebody said 187,000.
Wow.
Got 187,000, so we're getting close to
All right, so tomorrow. Okay.
We're getting homework.
All right, we're going to talk about our wood RJOs, the wood cottage, our panel homes. We got stuff happening.
Where?
Well, tune in tomorrow because we got some cool stuff that we might offer you all. And we're going to show the mountain, the progress in the mountain, what's going on. And hopefully we're going to tell you about some more communities coming up by the end of the week. And
good.
What we're doing, yeah.
Well.
And remember, Huntsville, Alabama. We got a beautiful place there. Please get on there. Cottage of Pine Lake. And I don't have his website here. I didn't mean to not have it.
Sugar. What was it called? Does anybody remember?
It's on our website. Go to our website. You can guys go on there and talk to Hans. Go see him. If you guys need a place, put a tiny home.
Yeah, call and find out. Just don't show up. You know, you got to call first.
Oh,
Randy's all about just showing up and walking into somebody's place. I mean, well, that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's how he found Inca. Did you all know that? When we were at the old Inca plant and stuff, Randy just drove into there. It looked like Chernobyl, and he just drove in there.
I said, hey, you got anything for rent?
Jones.
Hey, matter of fact, I do.
I need some more Bumbatana homes. Yeah.
There was no for rent sign out there.
Yeah, no for rent sign or nothing. He just walked in over.
Yeah.
Randy's like it though. He'll just walk into somebody's house right off the street. You do. You've done that before. But anyway.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you guys very much, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna put out some videos this week.
All right.
Some good stuff. All right. Bye, guys.
Say goodbye, Ace.
Say goodbye, Ace. Bye,
Goodbye,
buddy. All right. Bye. Well, how do you do it? Okay, got to end it.